This market tour will introduce Steve to the robust seasonings that distinguish the local food and to the abundant fresh produce at the heart of the wholesome Sichuan diet.
So Steve, I've brought you to this neighbourhood market in the west of Chengdu. So I'd like you to see some of the amazing raw materials that are used in Sichuanese cuisine, the seasonings, the fresh vegetables and so on.
And the chickens and the rabbits and it's everything here. I mean, it's just amazing. This is really what I imagined by coming here.
You know, Sichuan is known as Tianfuzhiguo, the land of plenty, because all year round you have this wonderful fresh produce. And you see in a market like this that everything will be freshly bought, so people might drop in on the way back from work, on the way to work, and eat things that day. So they're much fresher than produce in a supermarket. So Steve, I just want to show you this lady's stall because she's got some of these wonderful pickled and preserved foods. And one of the things about Chinese cooking is that it's so much about fresh vegetables. Most people traditionally don't eat much meat. So they have a little bit of meat used to give flavour to a lot of healthy vegetables. Mm-hmm. And they also use these kind of fermented products to get some of those rich meaty tastes that you might otherwise get from meat. So these, for example, there are 3 kinds of fermented bean curd. The fermented bean curd just has a wonderful, rich, intense taste, a bit like a really ripe cheese, kind of blue cheese or something. And this one is with lots of chili. And this has fermented soybeans in it, you can see just on them. And this kind, you can see also lots of chili, and it's wrapped up in cabbage leaves. And then you have all these pickled vegetables. The pickled chilies, such a lovely colour. And the pickled mustard greens, pickled ginger, pickled wild mountain chilies. And here you have, these are actually chicken's feet, which are pickled with a bit of chili. So they will have a lovely crisp texture, so hot sour flavour. And 这个可以做一个开胃菜，是不是? So you can eat them as an appetizer before your meal. And then this is a kind of salt preserved mustard greens, so not in a wet brine, but these are sort of cabbagey leaves that are wilted in the sun and then rubbed with salt and spices and packed into clay jars and then left to mature. So you can taste a bit. There's wonderful sort of savoury umami taste, a bit sour. So she's suggesting that you could make your twice-cooked pork, your huiguo, add a bit of that to give a savoury taste. And you can also make the steamed pork belly strips with a bit of that. Gives a little bit of meat, a wonderful flavour. Yeah, the magic of the Sichuan kitchen.